Hello everybody. So today we're going to be doing the brake pads on a 2002 Chevy Silverado. We're going to be doing both the fronts and both the backs. And right here is the tools that we're going to need. So this is my drill with the lug nut socket. This is my drill with a wire brush on it. Here I have an 18 millimeter, which is going to be for taking the caliper off. I have some WD-40 brake cleaner and some anti-seize. WD-40 is going to be used because we're in a state that snows a lot, so there might be some rust. Brake cleaner to clean everything up before we put the new ones on. We have our bottle jack that we're going to be using with 2 jack stands, and we have both the front and the rear brake pads that we're going to be using. Okay everybody, so the first step that we need to do is remove the lug nuts and the tire. I'm going to take my impact wrench here and remove the lug nut. And as you can see everybody, I'm using a special lug nut socket for mine because I have special lug nuts for my truck. And so now we can remove the tire. I like to put my tire underneath so that way if anything happens, extra leverage. And so now we can see the brake pads and the rotors. And basically what we're going to do is, since I'm only doing the brake pads, we only have to remove the one bolt on the back side, which is an 18 millimeter, which in turn will give me access to the brakes, the brake pads. And so we will get our 18 millimeter socket and we will remove the bolt for that. And so as you can see, it's a little tight, so I am using extra leverage with my pipe here to help break the bolt free. And we remove that bolt. And then this is a compression bolt. And that bolt should come out. As you can see, it's a special type of bolt, and that should allow us to you might have to finesse it a little bit. Everybody, now that we got the caliper removed, we can now take off our brake pads. And as you can see, it's getting pretty low here, and you want to make sure you keep those separate because you want to put the new ones on the same way you took the old ones off. And sometimes you might have to help them to come off. Got those off. We're going to take some brake cleaner and we're going to clean some of this stuff up here. And our brakes should come with new hardware. So we'll probably replace the old hardware with the new hardware. As you can see, we got new hardware here. So we'll be replacing that as well. And that's what the old hardware looks like. So now we're going to take our brake cleaner and we're going to give her a good cleaning. For your caliper, you're going to want to take your old brake pad. Hold on. It's not good at all. Okay, so now we got the caliper and the brakes off. Currently going to put the hardware back on. And push that in there and give it a light tap. Make sure it seats properly. And you can do that on the top and the bottom. As you can see, I've already done the top. And then the next step you're going to want to do is you want to compress your piston back. I use one of these. But they actually make a special tool for that as well. But I just use these. You're going to kind of want to do them evenly, so make sure you switch sides every so often. I use the old brake pad to do this. You just want to compress that all the way back. Until both pistons are seated properly. And depending on the vehicle and your brake system, you might only have one piston instead of two. But as you can see on this one, I have two. Okay, everybody, so now that we got the caliper recessed back, caliper piston recessed back, we got the new brake pads put in, new hardware is installed, and now we can reattach our caliper. As you can see, it's just fairly easy. Put in one bolt. Now we'll put the second bolt in. And that's all we have to it, ladies and gentlemen. We have successfully replaced our brake pads. In a later video, we will be replacing the rotors as well. And with that, we're gonna put the tire back on and take the jack down, and we'll continue on to the next 3 sides.